Oh, it's really hard to pinpoint one specific experience or club or memory, because I think every single moment that I spent at TAS was really formative for me. One thing that I really reflected on and I still appreciate about TAS is the humanity. The relationships that you build here at TAS, not just between students, like your peers, your instructors, but also the staff here. I think that TAS has built a strong community, and I know the word community comes up often, but I think TAS not just encompasses that, it sets the bar for it. And it's not just a community, it's a family. So when I went back home to Canada, I got really sick. I was in the intensive care unit for about a week, where they were doing a ton of tests on me. They couldn't figure out what was going on. So going home and then suddenly having that medical scare, my family was very concerned for me and my health and my well-being. And the discussion was, should I defer a year? And there was serious consideration on putting a pause to my studies. When I got released from the hospital, when the option was presented to me that I could defer, I said no. I said, nope, I didn't work so hard to get to this point to just put everything on pause. I ended up enrolling, and it was the best decision that I made because I think it just reinforced that drive, saying like, hey, never give up. Something that I think TAS always did teach us through our experiences, because we always say you can be whatever you want to be, right? The definition of success can vary depending on the person that you're asking, their personal experiences, life experiences. The feeling of fulfillment, the feeling of being able to make a difference, not just in my own personal circle, my community, but also for society as a whole. Like, what is my role in society and what can I do to make it better? Success for some people can mean like earning a lot of money. Success can mean, being the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. And for me, success, I think, is how many people can I positively impact in my lifetime? A lot of times when we grow up in such a competitive, academically focused environment, many of us might think, oh, hey, working or doing extracurriculars will take away from getting that A or A+. But I think it's more than that. I think there are a lot of things that you can't learn in the classroom. And ultimately, it's those experiences, that work experience, the internships, the volunteer experience, the clubs, that really shape who you are and who you want to become. When I graduated, one of the areas that I was originally considering going into as an alternative to everyone wants to be a doctor was biomedical communications, and then combining that with my sciences. So that seemed like a natural fit. Well, 2010, economic crash. A lot of hospitals in and around the Toronto area had closed their comms offices and then pretty much outsourced. In that moment, I was really thinking to myself, I was like, is this something that I want to pursue a master's in? And is this something that I want to, build a career towards, not knowing what the future held? In that moment, it was almost, again, serendipity, where my boss at the time suddenly called me on the phone and said, hey, we have a position open in the International Programs Office. Do you want to give it a shot? And I said, when's the interview? 48 hours later, with the experience that I had built, nothing to do with sciences during my university experience. It was those experiences that led to that moment, that led to being provided an opportunity in an area that I wasn't ever thinking that I would go into. So again, nothing to do with what I studied, right, but everything to do with the practical experiences that I had gained and I had found myself in for my career afterwards. I would say the biggest piece of advice is keep your options open. Do that exchange, travel the world and take on as many jobs as you can, because the more experiences you have, the more you'll see of the world and the more you'll realize who you are as a person, what you find valuable, what you think and what you believe makes you happy, and go for that. Because you never want to look back and look at something that you've done and say, hey, that was a waste of time, or that is something that I regret doing because I could have been doing something else.